Have you ever walked through an airport terminal late at night? The crowds are gone, the shops are shuttered. A quiet hum replaces the usual roar of announcements and rolling suitcases. It feels like a city that has finally gone to sleep. But it hasn't. Airports never truly sleep. They are complex ecosystems, buzzing with activity around the clock. Behind every closed door and down every restricted hallway, an unseen workforce is keeping the entire operation alive. They are the secret keepers of aviation, the guardians of the gateway to the skies. These are the people who ensure that when the sun rises, thousands of passengers can travel safely and smoothly without a second thought. Most travelers see only a sliver of this world. We interact with the ticket agents, the security screeners, the flight attendants. We see the pilots in their crisp uniforms and the baristas serving pre-flight coffee. But this visible layer is just the tip of the iceberg. Beneath the surface lies a hidden city populated by specialists with jobs so specific, so strange, and so vital that they sound like something out of a science fiction novel. This is a world where biology meets engineering, where precision is a matter of life and death, and where every detail, no matter how small, is managed with incredible care and expertise. Think of the airport not as a single building, but as a miniature metropolis. It has its own police force, its own power grid, its own transportation network, and even its own wildlife management program. It operates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, through holidays and blizzards. Just like any major city, it has problems that need solving. Unusual smells, traffic jams, and unexpected weather events. But in an airport, the stakes are infinitely higher. The solutions require a level of ingenuity and coordination that most of us can barely imagine, carried out by people we will never meet. In this journey, we are going deep into that hidden city. We will pull back the curtain on the unbelievable and mind-blowing jobs that make modern air travel possible. These are the roles that most travelers never see, never think about, and honestly, would never believe exist. From the people who protect multi-million-dollar aircraft from birds, to the experts who ensure the very air in the terminal smells pleasant, we are about to explore the secret world of airport workers. It's a place filled with fascinating science, high-stakes pressure, and dedicated professionals who make the impossible happen every single day. What kind of jobs truly exist in a place that never stops moving? Forget the familiar roles for a moment. We're going far beyond the check-in counter and into the operational heart of the airport. For instance, did you know that major airports employ highly trained wildlife biologists? Their mission is to prevent catastrophic collisions between aircraft and animals. They don't just put up fences. Trained hawks that patrol the skies, trained falcons that patrol the skies, laser pointers to deter birds at dusk, sophisticated sound cannons that mimic predator calls. The specialization doesn't stop with wildlife. Imagine a team whose sole purpose is to measure how slippery a runway is. After a rainstorm during a winter snow flurry, a special vehicle drives down the runway using advanced sensors to test its friction. This data is then relayed in real time to air traffic controllers and pilots who use it to calculate safe landing speeds and braking distances. Runway friction testers often work in the dead of night, in the worst possible weather, ensuring the invisible grip between a plane's tires and the pavement is always perfectly understood and accounted for. And what about the sensory experience of the airport itself? It's no accident that many modern terminals feel calm and smell fresh. Some airports hire highly trained scent specialists or odor teams. They identify and neutralize unpleasant odors from backed up drains, restaurant kitchens, aircraft waste systems. Some even develop a signature scent for the airport, a subtle fragrance diffused through the ventilation system, specifically designed to reduce passenger anxiety and create a more welcoming atmosphere. From the skies above the airfield to the air you breathe inside the terminal, every aspect of the airport environment is meticulously managed. These are not just jobs. They combine science, technology, and a deep understanding of human psychology. you'll be shocked to learn about engineers who act as baggage system whisperers, analysts who map sound to keep the airport a good neighbor, detectives of the lost and found. If you love discovering the strange and the unseen, then you are in the right place. Let's explore what really happens behind the curtains of aviation. At the edge of every major airport, where runways meet open fields and wetlands, a silent and constant battle is waged. Wildlife biologist in a rugged field vehicle scanning the horizon. This is the domain of the Wildlife Hazard Management Team, a group of highly specialized professionals. Their job is as critical as any pilot's, or as critical as an air traffic controller's. Their mission: protect billion-dollar aircraft and the hundreds of passengers they carry from one seemingly simple, potentially catastrophic threat: wildlife. A collision between a bird and an aircraft engine, a bird strike, can have devastating consequences. They work tirelessly from first light at dawn until the last plane has landed. Not just groundskeepers with noisemakers, often licensed wildlife biologists with deep knowledge of animal behavior, ecology, migration patterns. They know airports are unusually attractive to many species. Vast open grasslands resemble prairies, perfect hunting grounds for birds of prey. Water retention ponds near runways become magnets for waterfowl, geese, ducks. Their work begins with data. They spend countless hours observing, tracking, documenting every species that lives on and around the airport, then building a detailed calendar of animal movement to predict high-risk times and places. Responsibilities go far beyond observation. Active management of the airport ecosystem. Habitat modification is a key tool, carefully selecting grass types to reduce insects and thus reduce feeding birds. Managing grass height to deter birds that prefer very short vegetation. Very tall vegetation. Every decision: seed type, sown. Angle of a drainage ditch, all aimed at making the airport less hospitable and therefore safer. The pressure on these teams is immense and unrelenting. They are the first line of defense against an unpredictable, ever-present threat. A flock of starlings can appear in an instant. A lone deer can wander onto a taxiway at night. A coyote can dig a den just feet from the perimeter fence. Wildlife biologists must be proactive, constantly patrolling the airfield in rugged vehicles, in constant communication with the control tower, ready to respond at a moment's notice. Their work blends field science with high-stakes operational security. A day's success is measured by the incidents that did not happen. In the fight to keep runways clear, the Wildlife Hazard Management Team sometimes turns to one of nature's most formidable hunters, the falcon. This ancient practice, falconry-based bird abatement, is one of the most effective and visually stunning methods at modern airports. A trained falcon, or hawk, flying high above the airfield, doesn't need to catch other birds to be effective. Its mere presence signals danger to flocks of gulls, pigeons, starlings. These birds instinctively recognize the falcon as an apex predator and quickly evacuate, creating a natural no-fly zone. The handlers are masters of their craft, forming a deep, trusting bond with their winged partners. Training is long and intensive based on positive reinforcement. The falcon isn't a pet, it's a professional colleague. The handler must understand the bird's health, mood, and energy levels every day. They time flights around wind conditions, temperature, and the specific nuisance bird they're targeting. On deployment, the falconer releases the bird, which soars and circles the zone with speed and agility, watched closely by its human partner. A live predator offers advantages over man-made deterrents. Some birds get used to the sound of a cannon or the sight of a scarecrow, but not to a real predator hunting their airspace. The fear is primal and deeply ingrained. That makes falconry a sustainable, long-term solution. Patrol routes target critical zones over runway thresholds where planes are lowest during takeoff and landing, most vulnerable to bird strikes. But these winged sentinels come with complexities. Falcons are valuable and need specialized care, including managed diets and regular health checkups. Handlers must also prevent birds from straying too far or encountering larger wild predators. It's a delicate dance of control and instinct, human and bird protecting modern flight. For passengers, spotting a falcon on patrol is a rare, beautiful glimpse into aviation's ancient safety protocols.